How's it going, fam? Erica back with the essentials, and today we are going to look at some knives. It's been a couple days since we did a video. I've been crazy busy, but today we're going to do a video on my top 5 favorite EDC fixed blades, and then 10 top EDC folders. I wanted to put fixed blades in the mix just because I really do think that they are substantially better than folders in some situations, and nobody really talks about fixed blades. So I threw 5 in there, but I know that the folders are more popular, so we're doing 10 folders. Let's just get right into it here. Obviously, these are not like the best of all time. This is completely my opinion, and it's literally just a fun video to make. Like, don't take it too seriously. The video that I made on the Para 3 and the MiniGrip, people were like, they're not even comparable! Why are you making a video? I made it because somebody asked me to make it. That's all. Like, I know they're not comparable. It was like taking an apple and an orange and comparing them. They're both fruits, but other than that, they have nothing in common, and I know that. It was just a video that somebody asked me to make, and I love making videos that you guys asked me to do, so that's why. So, yeah, disclaimer, this is literally just my opinion for fun. Don't take it so seriously, okay? So, the first one of my favorite EDC fixed blades is the BGM Knives Mini Spade. This one's full flat grounded magna cut, and you guys know I have preached about this since I got it. This is literally the perfect EDC knife in my opinion. It is absolutely fantastic, especially when you get full flat ground, and now that he's treating the magna cut higher, you really can't beat this, guys. This is a tank of a little knife. Very pocketable. I just throw it right in my pocket. I don't use a clip or anything. Super ergonomic. Crazy good slicer. Very strong. You can ask for no choil if that bothers you. But this is a fantastic little fixed blade, and it's really great all around because the shape and the height of this blade are fantastic for anything from cardboard processing to food processing. You can really do a lot with this little blade, guys. It's a model that I have preached about since I started using it. This is the 3rd generation. I also have the 2nd gen. I cannot recommend this model more. It is absolutely fantastic. I should have content on all of the knives being shown in my playlists, whether they were reviewed or some testing stuff or first impressions. There should be videos on all of these if you have further interest in any of these models, okay? The next fixed blade that we have, also, these are not in any particular order. I literally just threw them on the counter. There is 0 order to this. The next EDC fixed blade I have, which is much larger than the Spade, or the Mini Spade I should say, is the Country EDC from River. This one is in CPM 154, full convex, really cool blade shape. It's got a lot of belly. I don't know, I feel like you can do anything from EDC tasks to hunting with this, or skinning game, camp cooking. I mean, this is really just an all-around fantastic knife, and it's not that big. They do call it an EDC knife, and for an EDC knife, it is on the larger side, but it's very comfortable, and the sheath really allows you to have some great carry options. Really like this sheath as well. But this is a great little EDC knife. If you're looking for something with a full grip, really nice palm swell here, great ergonomics, super easy to touch up in the field because it's a full convex. Just an awesome fixed blade knife if you're looking for something really beefy. And this one you could do some hard work with because that is a thick, thick stock. The next one in the lineup is the Wood Steel Knives Mini Snake Eater. This is a knife I've had for quite some time now. It's been through some testing on the channel. We have processed game with it on the channel. Again, there are playlists with all of this stuff. This one is absolutely gorgeous. This was designed from James Harris over at Junkyard Fox. Mine is in 01 tool steel, way thinner. It does not have that compound edge or compound grind. There are a lot of things different about mine compared to the original. So if you like go to look this up and you're like, hey, that doesn't look like Erica's, it's because I changed many things about mine when I was working with Woody Smith. I just wanted it to, I wanted it to be a little more EDC friendly as opposed to like a camp knife. I wanted it to be able to do both. So it just has thinner stock. It has 01 steel instead of AEBL, I think is what he uses or offers. The original one that James designed has a Scandi grind that goes into a regular and a pommel and stuff, and I just didn't feel any of that was necessary for my use, but the way this is, this very much works for me, and this is an awesome all-around knife. Nice and thin, beautifully made. Mine has some white liners and green micarta. This handle is literally the most comfortable handle you will ever feel. There's nothing to it. Very old school design. Just a fantastic knife, especially if you live in the country or something and you do everything from opening packages to processing wild hair to skinning boars to making food for your family. This is absolutely incredible. All right, that's enough, Sadie. Beautiful sheath with it too, with a little dangle system. Gotta love the mini snake eater. And again, James Harris designed this. He is incredible. Check out Junkyard Fox if you have not yet. You will never find somebody that uses their knives more before a review than him. He'll use them for like a year sometimes before doing the review. It's incredible. The next one is another Bark River. This is the Bark River PSK EDC in S45VN. Not to be mistaken with the other PSK, there are a couple different small, like personal survival knives from Bark River that look similar, but they have different handle lengths and stuff. So this is the EDC one. This is the little tiny guy. There is another one that's bigger, I think. But this one is a really great little fixed blade, super thin. Completely, oh, sorry, let me get into frame here. Completely flat with a convex edge. This is a wicked little knife. It carries so, it's like a very concealable knife because this sheath is tiny. I like where it rides on my belt. Fantastic little fixed blade. And it's cool to see the qualities of certain steels when they're convex ground. Like, this is S45VN, and I've used S45 from Spyderco and Chris Reeve and stuff, and Spartan, but they provide different qualities in some senses when you have them ground different, and a full convex is just going to be a little different of an experience compared to, like, a Spyderco full flat ground S45, right? So, really nice little knife. Most of these were ordered from DLT Trading. No, I do not have an affiliation with them. I just find that they ship the fastest and have the best options for the best price for the most part. So check out DLT Trading for most of these knives. Again, they do not know who I am. I literally just order from them because I trust them and I have been using them for many years. The last fixed blade that we have here is the LT Wright Frontier Valley. If you are looking for the literal, universal, perfect EDC knife in fixed blade formation, this is it. A2 tool steel, micarta scales, a really, like I said, universal shape. This is literally perfect. This can do anything that you throw at it, but the shape of it is really more reminiscent of a folder because it's so thin and elegant. It carries so light. And it just has a blade shape that, again, is super common and seen in folding knives. It really reminds me kind of like a fixed blade version of the Bugout. But this is all around, like, you have to have one of these in your collection. If you're getting into fixed blades, you need one of these little Frontier Valleys. I have found that I can only get them, at least right now, through LT Wright themselves. They're out of stock everywhere else, it seems, but you can get them through LT Wright. They just take a couple of weeks to make, and then they ship it directly to you. But I have not seen a price difference from ordering directly from LT Wright and then getting them from, like, DLT or something. Typically, dealers will, like, up the price a little bit, but I have found that they're just the same price all the way around, and available through LT Wright knives. Absolutely just a fantastic little fixie. There's the sheath. No dangler on this one, but that's alright. Gorgeous. Okay, let's get into the ones that people really want to see, because a lot of people like folders better than fixed blades. Again, no particular order, but these are just my favorite EDC folders. Spyderco Para 3. This one is absolutely incredible, and I will say if I had to do like a top 5 of all time, this would be in the top 5. Absolutely. This is just an all-around fantastic EDC knife that I really didn't like at first, but I have discovered it is just incredible. Love the ergonomics, love the lock. It really can do just about everything you throw at it. I am obsessed with the Para 3. Like I said, one of the best EDC knives and absolutely in my top 5 of all time. The next one we have is the TRM Neutron 2 in 20 CV. Another company that I had trouble with at first, but I revisited and tried to kind of work out those kinks, and I'm glad I did, because this is an absolutely fantastic knife. Their quality control has definitely improved, and it's kind of like a family-owned company in Massachusetts that I feel is offering materials and build close to the level of Chris Reeve. It is not the same, but it's getting closer to there. It also kind of like Spartan. It's interesting when you find these companies that are increasing production, but they're still family-owned and much smaller than like Benchmade per se. So you get better customer service and more attention to detail than like Spyderco or Benchmade, because they're just not pumping out as many knives at that level. So I really like a lot of the stuff that you get with TRM, including just the customer service experience. A lot of great people over there. This knife has absolutely incredible action. I can't really even compare it to anything. It has action of its own. It's just so buttery smooth. And it's just a gorgeous little knife. Super slicey, super lightweight. Tons of scale options. I love the Neutron 2. Also, their 20 CV is treated extremely well. Speaking of 20 CV, the Hogue Mini RSK is in 20 CV as well. One of the best production knives of all time. Doug Ritter is a genius, and what he did with this design is just out of this world. Everything about this knife is perfect, pretty much. Tons of videos on this, by the way, guys. We tested this. We have a full review. Highly recommend. This is a must-have in your collection. Next up, we have the Spyderco Native 5 Lightweight. If you're looking for a really great, cheap EDC knife, this is it. These Native 5 Lightweights are really inexpensive. Ergonomics are fantastic. Blade shape is perfect. They have all different types of steels that you can choose. I love the Native 5 Lightweight. I think this is a knife that everyone should at least try. I know that the back lock is a little outdated, but if you don't mind that, you should definitely try this knife. Perfect, cheaper alternative EDC knife. And this one's fully customized, guys. This was a gift from some friends, from some viewers. So you can't find this particular looking one online, but you can definitely have it done if you order the GP Knives exclusive Rex 45 model with the white scales. You can mod it to look like this. This is from GP Knives. It was just fully modded and customized thanks to Anthony and Ben. All right, what else do we have? Still on the Spyderco train, Spyderco Delica. Even cheaper than the native in some cases. If you're looking for a little more of a slim, sleek carry, this is a great option. Tons of steel choices as well. Bunch of flavors, different handle colors. Just a really nice, extremely lightweight, very pocketable EDC knife with fantastic lockup. Just super thin. You really can't go wrong with a Delica. I believe Blade HQ just released some exclusives with mint green handle scales and M4 steel. They might be sold out, but if not, maybe worth checking out because Spyderco's M4 is insanely good. But they're constantly coming out with like exclusives and different versions of this. They're super collectible, but a great user. Although being discontinued, the Benchmade MiniGrip is just something I can't stop thinking about. Absolutely love this. A timeless classic. Absolute beater. There are videos of these going through concrete. Not like hardened concrete, but like people throwing them into like wheelbarrows of Quickcrete and pulling them back out. And torture tests with these. I mean, this is just a true classic working blue-collar knife in every aspect. Nice and small, really lightweight. You get a couple of different blade shapes that you can choose from, different steels, but you just can't go wrong with a mini grip, man. Definitely a little outdated, but it doesn't mean that I don't love it, and it has always been in my top choices for an EDC knife. Benchmade 940. I'm sure you guys saw this coming at some point. One of my favorite knives of all time. There's just nothing like it, guys. There really isn't. There are things kind of similar, but what Warren Osborne did with this, there's just not anything identical to it, really. Now, something kind of cool is that Kyle Noseworthy, he has a YouTube channel. He's a knife maker in Canada. He's a homesteader, a really good guy. He made a knife model. What is it called? The Tradesman, I believe. And it is essentially a fixed blade version of the 940. He's a 940 lover. He has been using them for many years. And like I said, he's a knife maker, so he started making a model called the Tradesman that is extremely similar to the Benchmade 940. So if you enjoy this knife and want a fixed blade version, maybe check out Kyle Noseworthy. He has a website. They may be sold out right now. He just dropped a couple of them. I don't know if they're sold out or not, but something to look into if you are a fan of this. What he did with his fixed blade version is very cool. One day I will have to get my hands on one to test. But yeah, just a fantastic, hard use EDC knife. Nice long handle, nice long blade. You can use it as a multi-tool 100%. Just one of my favorites. Absolutely. Right up there with the 940 from Benchmade, we also have the Bugout. This is one I just can't stop being obsessed with. It's so weird. I literally have an addiction to this knife. It's just perfect in my opinion. Everything about it is perfect, including the plastic scales. This thing is incredible. Really upset that they bumped up the price on these because as much as I love it, they're not like worth the inflated price anymore. They're simply not for what you're getting. But that doesn't mean that I don't love mine as much as I always have. Everything about it is just perfect to me. The blade shape, the thickness that they chose for the stock of the blade, the action, the handle, the generous lanyard hole, how it feels, how it moves, how rugged it is despite being extremely lightweight. It's like 1.8 ounces. I will never stop loving the Bugout. I am obsessed with it. I'm sure you guys are tired of hearing about this knife, but I just can't stop. I can't stop recommending it. Another one that I have had quite a past with, but continuing to try to work through it, the Reeve Small Sebenza 31. It's been a hell of a ride with Reeve for me. Done a lot of testing with the small 31. But at the end of the day, it is iconic. It was the first of its kind. It's a piece of history in the knife community, and it's one that I just adore using. I love everything about the Sebenza. It's just a genius design, and if you can ever get your hands on one to try one out and use it, I really hope that you do, because if you appreciate a true working tool, a true knife, this one will make you fall in love, because everything about it is flawless in terms of the design, in terms of what Reeve did with this design. Definitely worth trying if you can ever try one. And the last one, I'm sure you guys were waiting for this. The Emerson Mini A100. Another classic, absolutely stunning EDC knife with some of the coolest ergonomics and blade shape and carry that I have ever used. This is a true tool outside of a cutting tool. It really is. This is much more of a multi-tool type knife. I just love the handle on this. This is a true beater. I have gone through a lot with this knife. Look at that stock, man. I have done so much with this knife. I will never stop loving it. I love Emerson as a company. I love that they're completely 100% made in the USA. I love what Ernest stands by. Although I do not agree with everything that is talked about, I love when people are passionate about what they do and they just stick with it. And that's exactly what Emerson Knives does, guys. I mean, it just... This is an absolute beater. Really nice. Okay, before we leave, if I had to choose my 5 favorite folders out of the 10, what would we put in the top 5 right now? Now, obviously, this is subject to change. I think we're always kind of rotating opinions on knives. Okay, what would go in the top 5 right now if I had to recommend only 5 for you to try? Para 3, Bugout, oh boy, 940, Small Sebenza, oh, this is tough, TRM Neutron 2. If I had to only pick 5 out of the 10 to highly recommend that you invest and put your money into to try out, this would be the lineup. The other ones are fantastic, 100%, but these have my heart right now, indefinitely. That's it, guys. That's all I have for you today. I hope that you enjoyed this video. It's always fun to talk about our favorite knives right now, the experiences that we've had with them. I love making these videos for new people, too, looking for new options to check out. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate the support on the channel. Go use your shit. Live your life. Get some knives. I will see you on the next video, and I love you all so much. Peace.